In 1973, deep within the heart of the Amazon rainforest, a team of researchers led by the pregnant Constance Webb stumbles upon a discovery that could change the world. A previously unknown species of spider with extraordinary healing abilities. But their excitement is cut short when Ezekiel Sims, the very man hired to protect them, reveals his true colors. In a ruthless betrayal, Ezekiel seizes the spider for himself, gunning down Constance in the ensuing struggle before vanishing into the jungle. As Constance lies dying, an indigenous tribe intervenes, hoping to save her by having her bitten by one of the spiders. Their efforts come too late. Constance dies after giving birth to a daughter, Cassandra. 30 years later, Cassandra, now known as Cassie, works as a paramedic in the frantic pace of New York City. Alongside her dedicated co-workers, Ben Parker and O'Neill, she faces life-and-death situations daily. But during a particularly perilous emergency, Cassie finds herself submerged in water, her life hanging by a thread. Ben performs a desperate rescue, pulling her back from the brink. Yet as Cassie recovers, she begins to experience unsettling visions. What she initially chalks up to déjà vu takes a dark turn when she fails to prevent O'Neill's tragic death. The truth dawns on her. She has the power to see into the future. Ezekiel, now a shadowy figure with limited precognition and enhanced physical abilities, has been tracking 3 teenage girls, Julia Cornwall, Anya Corazon, and Maddie Franklin. His visions, however, paint them as threats destined to kill him. Cassie, drawn to these girls by her own premonitions, intervenes just in time to thwart Ezekiel's attack at Grand Central Terminal. With a sense of urgency, she commandeers a taxi, whisking the girls away to a secluded forest outside the city. Returning to her apartment, Cassie discovers her mother's old notes, which unveil Ezekiel's true nature and the origins of his powers. Ignoring Cassie's warnings, the girls venture out to a diner, where Ezekiel finds them. In a high-octane confrontation, Cassie temporarily disables Ezekiel by ramming him with the car. She then returns to Queens with the girls, taking refuge in Ben's house. Determined to uncover more about her legacy, Cassie travels back to Peru to seek out Santiago, the tribal chief who once tried to save her mother. Through a profound ritual, Santiago separates Cassie's soul from her body, allowing her to traverse a higher plane of consciousness where every possible future unfurls before her. Here, she learns that Constance's quest for the spider was driven by a desperate desire to cure her own myasthenia gravis, not for fame or fortune as Cassie had once believed. Santiago reveals that Cassie's true power will be unlocked only when she embraces her responsibility. Back in New York, as Ben's sister-in-law Mary goes into premature labor, Ben takes the girls and Mary to the hospital. Their journey is captured on security cameras, allowing Ezekiel to intercept them once more. But Cassie, now a seasoned protector, rescues the girls in an ambulance and distracts Ezekiel long enough for Ben and Mary to escape. The group devises a plan to lure Ezekiel to a decrepit firework factory, setting up traps to disorient him while Cassie calls in a medical evacuation helicopter. The final showdown is fierce. Ezekiel destroys the helicopter and splits the girls apart, taunting Cassie with the memory of her mother's death. Utilizing her newfound foresight, Cassie guides the girls to safety and lures Ezekiel into a trap that fatally crushes him. As the factory erupts in chaos, an ignited firework strikes Cassie, leaving her grievously injured. The girls, determined and resourceful, manage to get Cassie to the hospital just as Mary gives birth to her son. Cassie wakes to a harsh new reality. She is blind and paraplegic, the result of Ezekiel's neurotoxin. Yet, despite her physical limitations, her clairvoyance remains intact, allowing her to see the future in its entirety. With unwavering resolve, Cassie assures the girls that she will be there to mentor them when they are needed, guiding them as they step into their roles as protectors of the future.